Hey, what's up, y'all? Alright, real talk. Why are we all so damn obsessed with true crime? Like, how do we go from watching cartoons on Saturday morning to falling asleep listening to someone describe a dismembered body in a storage unit? Look, I know that ladies get a bad rap for this one, because everyone knows the jokes about women falling in love with serial killers and weird stuff like that. But I gotta say, girls, I'm with y'all on this one. True crime is so damn interesting. I mean, entire industries have popped up around this. From podcasts, documentaries, YouTube channels, to even Reddit threads longer than all your damn relationships put together. True crime is everywhere. And it's not just for the creepy basement dwellers anymore. Soccer moms, college kids, dudes at the gym, it's just become mainstream. Hell, Netflix pumps out anything that deals with true crime. Half that stuff's fake as hell and they know it. But as long as it's got blood and based on true events in the label, they milk it. But here's the real question. Is this just morbid curiosity, or is there something deeper going on in our brains? Let's break it down and find out why we love death so much. But first, let me address something, because you got some weirdos out here that get real butthurt about this topic. I'm not saying a single positive thing about killers in this video. All those evil ass killers suck, and it's too bad that their ass didn't die before ever harming a single person. Now see, I have to get my position out there before some dummy comes in trying to say I'm laughing about some innocent victims. So anyway, on to the video. One of the main theories that's backed by actual science is that our obsession with true crime is tied to our basic survival instincts. Even cavemen would be tuning in to Bailey Sarian's channel to find out why Jeffrey Dahmer was eating dudes' booty holes like a disgusting freak. Oh, and I'm not talking about any bedroom stuff between two adults, I'm talking about the cannibalism he was doing. Think about it. When you hear about how someone got lured into a van because they trusted the wrong person, your brain is like, noted, don't trust vans anymore. And everyone knows the joke about those white windowless vans. You hop in one of them, you get molested. It's 100% accurate assumption. Well, I assume. And we also know you never help strangers put things into their yellow Volkswagen Beetles either, thanks to Ted Bundy's ass. Oh, and clowns? Hell no, I'm not hiring some fat white man dressed up as a clown for my kid's birthday party. I see you over there, John Wayne Gacy, you damn creep. But all these stories, they stick because they teach us something. What to look out for. What red flags we missed, things like that. It's basically the brain running simulations for what not to do if you don't want to end up in a freezer. On a realistic note, imagine if some caveman saw Todd walking into a tall bush, and then that man just gets viciously mauled by a tiger. Bro, they probably gonna avoid going in tall bushes for a while. And in a world that feels more and more dangerous, whether it actually is or not, true crime kinda acts like a weird security blanket. It's like, hey, if I just learn enough about psychopaths, maybe I can spot one before I end up dating them. It's kind of a way people feel they can learn from the very unfortunate events that have happened to others. Here's the next layer. True crime is a safe way to feel fear. Our brains are wired to remember dangerous stories as a survival mechanism. That's why fear sticks harder than facts. A psychologist, Daniel Kahneman, wrote a book called Thinking, Fast and Slow, where he speaks briefly about this. Now let me explain. Our brains love a little dopamine and adrenaline hit. Roller coasters, horror movies, hell, first dates, the same chemical party. True crime gives us that thrill, but from a nice, cozy distance. See, people wouldn't be able to handle going to a real crime scene of a murder victim, and that's perfectly normal. But they may still have that morbid curiosity wondering what it looks like, so they can get that fix by watching documentaries on the subject. These documentaries remove the emotion and sterilize the crime to make them more matter of fact, which helps people ingest the information without being scarred for life. It's fear, but controlled. See, you're just on your couch eating popcorn, judging the detective's haircut while learning about a triple homicide. It's kind of twisted, but your brain is like, yo, we're stimulated, we're entertained, and we don't even have to move. So it's a 10 out of 10 experience for some people. It also makes you feel kind of prepared. Like, some part of you thinks you're gonna detective your way out of danger because you watched 47 episodes of Dateline. You're like, yo, I would never fall for that. I know what gaslighting looks like. I've seen you on Netflix. When in reality, boy, you getting killed just like everyone else. But don't let me rain on your parade of self-confidence. Spoiler alert, if there's someone trying to kill you, they're probably not worried about your true crime credentials. And I know y'all do it, watching Dexter thinking, nah, you see that smirk? I would have known he was the killer the whole time. Meanwhile, last Saturday night, you were stumbling drunk through an alleyway alone, staring at your phone, watching Snapchats from your girlfriends, thinking, damn, see, that couldn't happen to me. I'm too smart. Now let's flip it. Some people aren't just interested in the victims, they're kind of fascinated by the killers. And yeah, that sounds dark, but again, we're not totally messed up. We're just trying to understand what makes people snap. See, I'm one of those people. I find it interesting that someone could commit such heinous acts while being one of us. You know, a fellow human like all of us. But they decide to defect against society. That's just crazy as hell to me. Like, how does someone go from the normal guy next door to collecting body parts like damn Pokemon cards? It's crazy and disgusting. Have you guys heard of the McDonald triad? It's a set of 3 factors, and the presence of any 2 past the age of 5 are predictors of homicidal or sexually predatory behavior. These 3 factors are cruelty to animals, obsession with fire setting, and persistent bedwetting. Now remember, this is past the age of 5, so it's okay if your little baby is peeing a diaper or if your kid wants to help light the birthday candles. The McDonald triad is talking about extreme cases of these traits. And see, there's something weirdly satisfying about digging into these creeps' backgrounds. From childhood trauma to mental illness, or maybe just being born a few brain cells short of empathy, it's not about excusing them, it's about trying to understand how the human brain can go that wrong. Because the scariest monsters are always the ones that look like everyone else. That's why the whole, he was such a nice guy, he always kept to himself line hits different. Because it makes us question if we really know the people around us, or worse, ourselves. It's like a case study, not to glorify these freaks. Let's be real, these dudes should have been Thanos snapped out of society long before they even had a chance to ruin people's lives. I guess except for that niche group of women who are out here writing love letters to these killers. Girls, please stop writing love letters to killers. Especially guys like Chris Watts that killed his damn wife and kids. Do you realize how crazy that is? The I can fix them mentality is gonna get y'all filleted like a damn catfish. Now, this won't surprise anyone, but women are statistically way more into true crime than men. And it's not because they're plotting revenge on us, it's because they're more likely to be a target of these crimes. So, yeah. The interest comes from a very real need to feel safe. They're the more vulnerable sex, so to them, watching true crime is like studying game film for a football player. These women are out here running mental reps to practice for the game. But there's also this weird comfort in seeing justice served, especially in a world where, let's be honest, justice isn't exactly batting 1,000. We see guilty people get light sentences every day. So it's kind of nice to see one of these dummies get locked up for 1,784 life sentences in a row. You know, watching the bad guy get caught, the DNA test comes back, and then you see the judge slam that gavel. It kind of scratches the itch. It gives you closure. In real life, that closure isn't always guaranteed. So people tune into these stories to feel like something worked out the way it should. Even if it's just for 45 minutes on Hulu. It's kind of nice to see the bad guy get caught, or even to see one of these victims actually get away from the perpetrator. At the end of the day, true crime is like this dark little mirror. It shows us what people are capable of, both good and bad. It taps into our fear, our curiosity, our need for justice, and yeah, our love of a juicy story. Now, is it a little twisted? Sure, but it's also human. True crime enjoyers aren't future killers or anything weird like that. We don't watch true crime because we like what happened. We watch it because we want to understand what happened. You know, to make sense of the chaos. And yeah, maybe we have to go back to being a little kid and plug in that Pikachu nightlight for a few nights afterwards. So if you're in a true crime, let me tell you, you're not alone. Because shit, I like it too. I still want to know what really happened in that Idaho 4 case. Do y'all know the one where those 4 college students were murdered in their sleep? By the way, rest in peace to them, and I really hope justice is served. Now with that being said, I hope everyone enjoyed this video. Let's keep all of our heads on a swivel so we can stay safe out there in these dangerous streets. Don't become a victim. And if y'all want to join the community here on YouTube, feel free to subscribe to the channel, but I'm gonna see y'all next time.